Hello everyone, namaste. I'm glad you're here with me. I'm having weird glitchery going on the last couple days. My electronics are acting weird. It's like someone's doing things to it and it just starts glitching out. So, okay, I was on a roll and my whole video got deleted, so I'm starting over. I had a really profound experience in meditation today, channeling my higher selves, and so it inspired me to make this video about how to start hearing your higher selves, or your spirit guides, whatever you wish to call them. So a couple years ago I learned okay, let me focus. Sorry. A couple years ago, I learned that hearing our higher selves is directly related to our throat chakras. And most humans have a really bogged down, clogged, closed throat chakra. And not all, you might not. But this is because we lie to ourselves and other people all the time. And it's easy to think that we don't, but we do. And it wasn't until I started paying attention, constantly 24/7 for months and months, monitoring what I'm saying, and catching myself in what we consider to be little white lies. For an example, you might be on the phone with someone and you don't want to talk any longer. So, yes, I've done this. You say, well, listen, my phone's about to die, so I'll call you back soon. And your phone's not about to die. It's just you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, especially if you're extremely empathic like me, just feeling into everything and what might this person feel, and I don't want to hurt them. And so you make up little excuses instead of just saying, I don't really want to talk anymore, but I'll talk to you soon, Or you might run into someone when you're out and about. My sister did this. She was at the store and she ran into her neighbor and he was talking a lot, and so she says, well, I gotta go, I got stuff cooking at home. And then she caught herself and she actually said, no, I don't have anything cooking at home. I don't know why I said that. So that's just another example. Our loved ones, if we're in relationships, lots of times we will tell what we perceive to be little white lies because we don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. And we lie to ourselves a lot. We tell ourselves something's not as bad as we think it is, or well, I'll start that tomorrow, or whatever it may be. Hold on. And in order to have a free-flowing, open throat chakra, we need to speak our truth, stand in our truth, and be our truth. And this took me a long time to get to where I am now, because I've mentioned in other videos, I was on a lot of opiates for many years, and then methadone as well. And so I already had, everybody, even the person of the highest integrity will tell little white lies once in a while, right? But I was having the behavior of a drug seeking person on top of that. So even when I quit using and I got clean and whatnot, I still had these behaviors that were with me because I never addressed them and changed them. So it was so hard for me. It was months, if not maybe a year or more, of me literally getting like 3/4 through the day and being really proud of myself because I hadn't lied at all that day. And then I would end up telling some stupid little white lie and I'd be like, oh, I gotta start over. So I can honestly say that I'm to a point now where I don't tell little white lies anymore. That's not to say that I don't slip up and do it sometimes, but I have this internal monitoring where I'm constantly monitoring my truth. Ooh, I just had a orb fly behind me. Cool. That happens a lot when I make videos. Hello. But I don't want to say, I mean, I am a human being and I am evolving and growing all the time. So yes, I still make shit up from time to time to not hurt people's feelings, you know, but being aware of it, and highly in tune with your inner being and constantly monitoring that, like you're showing your intent to want to be truthful. So that's the most important thing. That's where you have to start at. It's going to be harder for some people than it is for others. Like I said, it was so super hard for me. That was one of my hardest things, to tell the truth, you know, all the time and stand in my truth. This is also like not letting people take advantage of you and not letting other people treat you like shit and being like too passive and whatnot, like standing up for yourself. You know, becoming the truth that you feel inside of you, not swallowing your words. Like there's lots of times I would know that someone was doing me wrong and I'd just swallow it. You know, when people say they get a lump in their throat and they swallow, like you're literally swallowing your truth. So be very aware of that. And again, like I said with my third eye, like every night I would say, please open my throat chakra. I want to hear my guides. You know, just putting it out there in the universe. So that is very important. You can also wear the color blue a lot and surround yourself in blue. And there's lots of things online you can look up to see how to activate different chakras or clear them out. That's readily available everywhere. So I won't go into that, but I can tell you what it was like when I first started hearing my guides. It's like this. It's like having 10 people standing around you talking really loud all at once. But there's this one voice that's kind of whispering like this, like right in your ear. And you've got all this stuff in your head and you've got to tune into that one little voice that may or may not sound like your own voice. I have heard my spirit team talk to me out loud before, and it always startles me and it kind of freaks me out. So that is, you know, also a possibility. But most of the time, it's going to be a small voice, and you have to shut down all the other voices because you've got your logical mind and your ego and like just so many thought implants going in your head, or at least I have, you know. So just tuning into those voices and knowing the difference of what is the voice of one of my higher selves and what is the ego. And your spirit team or your higher selves will always be of love. They will always be neutral. They will not judge you. They will not put you down. They will not tell you, you know, bad things about yourself. They may be harsh on you, like for me recently, I was told like to look up Kundalini yoga and start doing it. And so they'll come in and they'll tell me things like different little things. So they could, not harsh, but like just because it's for my highest benefit, if you know what I mean. And the ego voice will always be one that tells you you're not doing good enough. The ego voice is that one that will, this was an example someone else gave, and I've always loved it so much. Like an alcoholic, the ego voice will come in and say, you know, it's okay, man. You can just drink a little bit today. You're not an alcoholic. Like, don't listen to what other people say. Just drink a little. You're good. And then the minute you drink, that same mofoer will come in and be like, see, you can't quit drinking, you piece of shit, etc. Excuse my cussing. But yeah, don't listen to that voice. And just, you can be aware of that voice and just let it go over. Like, yeah, I hear you, but I'm not paying attention to you. So, anyways, my experience today, I usually, after I meditate and I get all these messages, I usually write them down in a notebook because they're very much like dreams. If you do not write them down, you will forget the messages. And in the middle of my meditation, one of my higher selves literally said, like, go get your laptop. And this is funny, but I wear a blindfold when I meditate. It just helps me tune in more. So I had this blindfold on, right? And I went and got my laptop, pulled my blindfold back over, and they were like, just let your fingers do the work. And so I ended up typing out this really long channeled message, and it was really, I'm still processing it. But so there's different ways, you know, you can channel your higher selves, but really this is just about learning to hear them. So, you know, that's pretty much all I did. I quit lying to myself and others. I stood in my truth. I spoke my truth. Of course, I slip up from time to time. I asked for my throat chakra to be activated. I expressed my intent of wanting to be able to hear my team around me. And it started happening. And the first time it happened, it was so shocking because I was like, your logical mind doesn't have time to process everything that's coming in, and it was this voice just going on, and I was like, wait a minute, am I really hearing you? And it would be like, you know, and keep talking. And also my higher selves are clever because in the very beginning, they would come through as other people's voices, so I would not get confused by it. So they would use people I listened to a lot or used to listen to a lot, and they would come in with the funniest voices, you know, like all of a sudden I've got Bashar. Out of nowhere, I've got the Bashar voice talking to me, telling me stuff about myself, you know, or what's going on. And then a different perspective would start talking, so it'd be like, you know, like just different gurus I listened to, and it would crack me up. So anyways, that's my experience. I hope that helps you. And I love you, and I hope you're having a great now moment wherever you are. And go easy on yourself. It's pretty intense right now. Love you. Bye.